BJP-led Mahayuti alliance is all set to return to power in Maharashtra. And how? Going past the halfway mark comfortably, the BJP alone is likely, it has in fact gone past the 100 seats mark. We're looking at the latest leads plus results as they're coming in. The Mahayuti alliance has crossed the halfway mark, leading in over 218 seats. 145 was the halfway mark, while the opposition Mahavikas Aghadi alliance is trailing at 53 seats as per the latest trends. According to initial trends, Eknath Shinde-led Shiv Sena is leading on 55. 56 is the number of seats now. Nationalist Congress Party is leading on 38 seats as we speak. Meanwhile, in the Maha-Aghadi, the Congress is leading on 17 seats. Shiv Sena Uddhav faction on 18 seats. NCP Sharad Pawar faction on 14 and others scalped 17 seats. But the news of the hour is that the BJP has, with its alliance partners, made a stunning comeback in Maharashtra politics. BJP on 128 seats, Shiv Sena on 56 and NCP on 38. And together they are beyond the two-thirds lead as well. They are on 218 as we speak. So that's the latest from Maharashtra. Let's turn to the state number 2 in the east, Jharkhand, where there is some relief and hope for Congress and alliance partners. Strong comeback by JMM. Counting is underway in Jharkhand, where polling for 81 assembly seats was held in 2 phases on 13th and 20th of November. Those are the figures on your screens at the moment. BJP leading on 27 seats, beg your pardon. AJSU leading on 1. It's a student party. JMM, this is Hemant Soren's party, incumbent chief minister, making a strong comeback on 30 seats. Congress alliance partner, the India alliance at play here. Congress leading on 14 seats. They themselves together, in fact, crossed that halfway mark of 41. Together they make 44, but they also have support from the RJD. That adds another 5 to the number, the tally of the alliance, Congress alliance in Jharkhand. Strong comeback there by Chief Minister Hemant Soren. Others scalp 4 seats. So that's the latest in terms of data, leads and results from Maharashtra and Jharkhand. But remember, there are also important by-polls taking place today. The counting of votes for the by-polls to 48 assembly seats in 13 states and 2 parliamentary seats in Nanded in Maharashtra and Wayanad in the southern state of Kerala is also underway. Congress General Secretary Priyanka Gandhi Vadra is leading by over 1 lakh votes in Wayanad. All eyes on Maharashtra and Jharkhand. Maharashtra in particular for the stunning performance by BJP and the alliance partners. Let's take a closer look at how the key candidates have fared against one another. We're looking at the crucial Baramati seats in Maharashtra. Ajit Pawar of the NCP, he's chief, the new chief of the new NCP. He's leading by a margin of 28,200 votes. Maharashtra's Dindoshi seat, Sanjay Nirupam, ex-Congress person, now in Shiv Sena, leading by a slim margin of just over 500 votes. Sunil Prabhu of the Shiv Sena Uddhav faction is trailing. Dindoshi is the assembly seat in Maharashtra. We turn to Karad South, where Atul Bhosle of the BJP is leading by a slim margin again of just over 4,700 votes. Prithviraj Chavan, former chief minister of the Congress, trailing in that seat. Congress has much to worry in the state of Maharashtra, and there the big man, the incumbent chief minister Eknath Shinde of the Shiv Sena, leading by a margin of over 27,000 votes. Kedar Dighe of Shiv Sena Uddhav faction trailing in Kopri Pachpagari seat in Maharashtra. We're looking at the key candidates and how they fare against one another. Nilesh Rane of Shiv Sena leading by a margin of over 3,000 votes. Vaibhav Naik of Shiv Sena Uddhav faction trailing as we speak, the Kudal seat of Maharashtra. We're looking at the performance in Maharashtra. There another seat of Mankot Shivaji Nagar, Abu Azmi of SP is leading by a margin of over just about 5,700 votes. Nawab Malik of the NCP is trailing as we speak, and another big name, Shaina, NC is trailing from the Shiv Sena, and the Congress, Amin Patel, is leading by a margin of 12,017 votes. That's a big news coming in. And perhaps one of the most high-profile seats, Worli, Milan Deora of Shiv Sena is leading by a margin, of very slim margin though, just over under 600 votes. Aditya Thackeray, face of Shiv Sena, the future of Shiv Sena, many say, trailing as we speak. Aheri seats of Maharashtra, Tamarao Baba Atram of the NCP leading by a margin of 4,500 votes, and Bhagyashri Atram is trailing of the NCP. And the final comparisons, Imtiaz Jalil of AIMIM leading by a margin of over 53,000 votes. Atul Save of the BJP trailing in Aurangabad East seat. So some of the key candidates and key contests there in Maharashtra. Ajit Pawar there maintaining a steady lead of over 28,000 votes in Baramati Assembly constituency in Maharashtra. And let me now turn to our guests and the reporters joining us from the ground. Ashok Tandon is joining us, senior journalist, joining me in the studio now. Good afternoon and welcome, sir. Let me also introduce my fellow reporters. Akshay Dongre is joining us from Ranchi, and Sharma is joining us from Mumbai. Sharma, if I can come to you first. I'm told that you're at the Congress office in Mumbai, much to worry for them. What is the mood like at the office? There wasn't much buzz since morning. How are things now at the moment, now that the trends are consolidating more?
Well, Shubhendu, it's the same for Congress and the headquarters, because earlier they did see the numbers were rising, and much to their expectations, later the numbers did not fare well. Also, they would not have expected, the Congress or the MVA would not have expected the Mahayuti to have such a huge lead, but it has taken, and now the statements from Congress or the Shiv Sena or the Bala Sahib Thackeray group have started coming in, and every one of them in a similar tune, they are saying that this is not what the Janta of Maharashtra wants, and there is some, there is some gadbad that has happened. So Sanjay Raut has gone ahead and said this, that this is not Maharashtra's choice, and definitely there is some mishappening in this whole mandate that has come out. Overly speaking, in this year's result, BJP has fared a lot better than it was expected. Many of the political experts were of the view that BJP would secure 90 to 100. Some of them had also predicted that they would secure less. But this time around, if you're comparing it with the 2019 elections, BJP has definitely outsmarted itself, outperformed itself.
Absolutely,
from
stunning
the previous,
show there, Sharma.
2019 elections.
Yes, by the BJP.
Fantastic
Let me also get a quick word.
And now,
yes, let me, Sharma, get a quick word from Akshay as well on the developments in Ranchi. Akshay, strong comeback by Chief Minister Hemant Soren's JMM, and some news of relief for the Congress this election counting day.
Well, absolutely, Shubhendu, because, at least till 10 a.m. in the morning, it seemed that even Jharkhand is going the BJP way. Even right now we are at the BJP headquarters in Ranchi, and the early trends till at least 10 to 10:30 a.m. It seemed that the trends are almost going all the way to the Bharatiya Janata Party, with them getting almost close to the halfway mark at one point of time as well. But now as you have rightly mentioned, that the counting is getting consolidated. The numbers are more clear, more precise. It seems that the Jharkhand Mukti Morcha, the incumbent government, despite of the anti-incumbency, despite of the range of issues, be it infrastructure, be it the issue of infiltration of the Rohingya refugees coming in from Bangladesh, that has been one of the most talk points, by the BJP and other political parties as well, who were in the opposition. It seems that somewhere the entire card of tribal identity, the topic and the subject of tribal identity, and the kind of politics that JMM has done along with its allies, it has seemed to have worked in their favor as well. And like in Maharashtra, there were certain issues, but the state has decided to go with the incumbent government, and it is also happening here in Jharkhand as well. However, like we saw at 10 a.m., the trends changed, drastically, and even at
Right,
this point
sir.
of time,
Right.
while the numbers have
Akshay, some
consolidated to
dramatic
a certain
change
extent,
there we
but
saw
you never know,
in.
and that is why,
Yes, yes, in Jharkhand.
Absolutely.
Stay with
And it
us,
may happen
both of
once
you,
again.
Shama and Akshay. Also, Shishir will join us in just a bit from the BJP office in Mumbai. That's where I'm told all the celebrations are taking place at the moment. Ashok sir, I'll turn to you. What really explains the stunning performance of the BJP plus the NDA, the Mahayuti, call what you may, in Maharashtra?
No, if you look back, one of the reasons why BJP could not get an absolute majority on its own in the Lok Sabha election was the setback in Maharashtra.
Yes.
And that was taken very seriously by not only the Maharashtra unit of the BJP and alliance partners, but also by the national leadership. High command of the BJP was very upset about the performance in the Lok Sabha election. So things were, then tightened. And this time, even though the BJP cadre was upbeat, they said, no, let's go alone, because one of the reasons we got setback in Lok Sabha election was because we were in alliance with these people like Ajit Pawar, etc., etc. But the central leadership decided, no, let's continue with this alliance, because on its own BJP may get absolute majority, but the fact remains we need an alliance with Shiv Sena of Shinde. So therefore they decided to go with this alliance without projecting any leader. Then another reason why…
And also NCP, which is
of course,
ideologically…
the Ajit Pawar faction of the NCP.
Different, yes.
But then another factor which has contributed this time, apart from other factors, is the role of the RSS in Maharashtra particularly, which I'm glad that the media has taken note of it this time, that the RSS did play a very tremendous role in organizing things in Maharashtra particularly, as they did in Haryana. So therefore, it was very obvious that the UT may get absolute majority, and most of the exit polls were also indicating that. But even exit polls did not anticipate this kind of landslide victory. No, the UT has got all two-third majority, maybe even more than two-third majority. So therefore, it is a combined effort, and also the BJP central leadership decision to stick to the alliance. Although there were opposition voices coming up within the BJP unit in Maharashtra, now the question is who will be the CM. But these are early trends, we will have to wait for that.
Yeah.
But
Let's talk about the CM phase in just a bit. Shishir is joining us from outside BJP office in Mumbai. Shishir, we saw some visuals of crackers being burst and celebrations already starting at the BJP office. Take us through the developments at the moment. Looks like a historic result for the BJP and the alliance as a whole in Maharashtra.
Shubhendu, let me first of all show you the visuals outside the BJP office. This, probably we can see that this celebration mood is going on right now. No major leaders have arrived so far, but what we got to know is that the leaders will arrive here at the BJP office. A big poster, a big hoarding has already been put up here, and it's already says that the absolute success that the entire Mahayuti got in this election, and that's the reason they have congratulated all the winners.
Shishir, what led to this success? What do the workers say? How did they pull off this stunning show? What do the workers say? What was one big reason for their stunning show?
Absolutely. We can say that what exactly the party workers have to say. We have some of the party workers here. कैसा लग रहा है आपको ये जो आप इस वक्त जो आंकड़े देख रहे हैं, जीत देख रहे हैं, कैसे लग रहा है?
महाराष्ट्र में महायुति का बहुत बड़ी जीत हो रही है, और ये हमारे महाराष्ट्र शासन की जी सारी योजना है, कार्यकर्ता का मेहनत है और नरेंद्र मोदी साहब का आशीर्वाद है। इसके वजह से महाराष्ट्र में बहुत बड़ी महायुति को कामयाबी मिली है।
दो पार्टनर भी है, उनको भी अच्छी सीट्स मिली है, कैसा लग रहा है आपको?
सभी को महायुति बोले को तो बीजेपी, शिवसेना और राष्ट्रवादी की एक साथ बड़ी जीत है।
Absolutely. So, Shubhendu, you have heard what exactly the party workers are saying. An absolute delight to watch this kind of victory here. And they said that this entire victory is contributed for the workers of the Mahayuti, be it Shiv Sena, be it BJP, and of course the NCP. And that's the reason they are quite happy at this point in time. Although it's a cautious move at this point in time. Those are the initial trends that we are seeing here. But even though if these trends are to be believed, there are probably some few numbers here and there will take place when the final tally will come, and probably showing that the Mahayuti is getting absolute majority, and that's the reason the BJP office is now getting ready for the party. Obviously, some of the leaders we tried to speak in the morning, they're actually quite confident about it. But no major leader have so far came in from BJP side. They're actually looking quite closely to these numbers.
Okay.
And that's what they've done during the entire election campaign, the micromanagement which is BJP is known for. And that's the reason even now when we're seeing these numbers, the BJP party workers are confident, the party leaders are cautious at this point in time. They're waiting for the final tally to come, and probably we may see that all the party leaders will definitely having a blast at the party headquarters, because the stage is already set here, as you can say. It was actually erected just few minutes back. In the morning when we came here, there wasn't much crowd here, but later on, as soon as the trend started coming in, the people started coming in at the BJP office in Mumbai.
Right, Shishir, and if I can just inform our viewers that we were showing visuals of drums and nagaras being played outside Devendra Fadnavis' residence. Those are those visuals. This is outside of the residence of Devendra Fadnavis, former Chief Minister, incumbent Deputy Chief Minister, and perhaps the man who is going to take power. If these trends finally they appear, they would consolidate into final numbers. Big celebrations taking place for a stunning win is what it looks like in Maharashtra, Devendra Fadnavis' office. This is Shishir, stay with us. Ashok sir, you refer to the Lok Sabha elections and the manner in which the BJP and alliance learned from there. Now, Lok Sabha elections also threw a very interesting, hopeful picture for the Mahavikas Aghadi, for Shiv Sena, Uddhav faction in particular. How did they lose the plot in just a few months? Congress and BJP both had important factions of the key regional parties, Shiv Sena and NCP. One sweeps the election and the other. It's an interesting figure that you mentioned that the total of Eknath Shinde's Shiv Sena is more than Uddhav Thackeray Shiv Sena, NCP and the Congress put together. So,
no, in the Lok Sabha election, the main gainer was the Congress party in Maharashtra at the expense of the BJP. So they were very upbeat that when the coming assembly election, if the Aghadi remains intact, there is no reason why we should be losing Maharashtra. But what happened in the process, in the seat distribution, Shera, the Congress was not allowed to play the role of a big brother or a senior partner. This NCP of Sharad Pawar and Uddhav, they were trying to corner the Congress. Because Congress was originally also Congress was the main principal party in Maharashtra.
Right.
And on the other hand, Congress was trying to show, look, our performance in Lok Sabha was tremendous. So therefore, we should be playing the role of a senior partner. So this is where Sharad Pawar played a role, and he tried to gain maximum out of this war. And in the process, the Mahaghadi, although it was a very united alliance, but in the process of distribution of seats, and later on in the campaigning, I think somehow the Congress was not allowed to play the role of a senior partner. Plus, Congress in itself had no leader in Maharashtra. Most of their leaders have all switched over to the BJP. But nevertheless, with this performance in Lok Sabha, Congress was upbeat, but they didn't have any leader. And in the whole process, I think they somewhere, lost the initiative and the momentum which they had gained after the Lok Sabha election. And on the contrary, the BJP just got set back in Lok Sabha election. They were very much conscious about it, that this time we have to do something.
what does this big win mean for the BJP? Are we looking at a possible return of Devendra Fadnavis as the Chief Minister?
See, first of all, this performance of the BJP itself is tremendous. It's, I think it's a record.
Yes.
They have made a history. When they were, leading, contesting so many, this time they were not contesting even 150 seats. They had conceded rest of all the 130 plus seats to the partners. And all of them performed well. Shinde has performed extremely well if you compare it with the Shiv Sena of Uddhav Thackeray. But BJP's comparison has to be vis-a-vis Congress. So that is where they have decimated the Congress. And in fact, Congress was hoping to get good chunk of seats in Vidarbha region. and it was Vidarbha where BJP had lost in the Lok Sabha election. So, I think the way BJP geared up as an alliance, because there were certain rumors coming from Maharashtra that the BJP is working only for its own candidates, RSS is not working for the alliance candidates, but look at the results. Shinde's performance, also Ajit Pawar's performance. So, put together, I think Mahayuti was a united alliance. There were no fissures, there were no dissensions, and the central leadership of the BJP also worked for the alliance. Modi's rallies were also, if you look at the map, and he worked for the alliance. All the central BJP leaders, including Nitin Gadkari, who was, I think he attended, perhaps addressed maximum number of meetings in Maharashtra. So, they were all working for the alliance. There was no reason why the opposition was trying to, some of the media also was.
And sir, if we briefly talk about the factions, Shiv Sena first, what happens to Eknath Shinde and Uddhav Thackeray from here on after the stunning result?
I think Uddhav Thackeray will have to realize that it's end of the game for him. He was trying to show that his son, if he can win, I think he is also trailing.
He's trailing by a slim margin.
Trailing. And if
in Worli.
Yeah, if Aditya Thackeray also loses, you can imagine what's the future of the Uddhav faction of the Shiv Sena. So, gradually I think the entire Shiv Sena will be under the banner of Shinde, and somehow Uddhav may have to take retirement, and his son, even if he loses, I think it's end of the Shiv Sena Uddhav Thackeray group. So, the entire Shiv Sena will be under the banner or leadership of Eknath Shinde. That is one very significant thing, and that is why BJP High Command will have to think twice before taking a decision on the chief ministership.
Absolutely, and let's once again go across to Shishir, who is just outside the BJP office in Mumbai. That's where the action and all the celebrations are taking place at the moment. Shishir, after this stunning show by the BJP alliance, the next obvious question is going to be, who's going to be the next chief minister of Maharashtra? What are you learning?
Well, absolutely. That's a quite crucial question. Even, we have asked this question many times to most of the Mahayuti leaders before the election. We've asked that who will be the chief minister face if you come into power, and every time there was only one answer, that all the parties will sit together and will decide. But currently, Eknath Shinde is the chief minister, and under his leadership, the entire Mahayuti has contested the election, and it seems that they've got quite a good number. Now again, this question again raised here because BJP has got, and the BJP along with the Mahayuti has got quite comfortable numbers here. And that's the reason now the question arises that who will be the face of chief minister. But at the same time, which party retains the post of chief minister? Looking at these numbers, it seems that the BJP has got the largest number, and that's the reason they will claim the post of chief minister. And of course, the allied partners have also got quite a good numbers. So will they also get a deputy chief minister post or not? That's a major question. That means, will the same formula continues even during this government? That is a major question. And if it continues, then will there be a two chief minister and two deputy chief minister and one chief minister formula will work or not? That is also need to be watched quite closely here. Because at this point in time, the entire the combination that we have seen in Maharashtra is quite comfortable for the Mahayuti. There are two deputy chief minister and one chief minister. Well, in this case now, the single largest party, BJP, probably will take a call on it. If they want to retain a chief minister post or not, or whatever it is, the same thing will happen. But next couple of days will be quite crucial for the Mahayuti, because they have won the one battle, but the second battle probably it will be amongst themselves, that how they distribute the portfolio and who will get the chief minister and who will get what exactly. Will there be a two deputy chief minister or not? That also will remain important questions here. So the half battle the youth has won, probably the half one we're going to see in next couple of days.
Right, absolutely, Shishir. Stay with us. Let's go across to Ranchi, where BJP does not have much to celebrate. That's where the Congress, JMM are maintaining a steady lead. They've crossed, in fact, the majority mark. Akshay Dongre, my colleague, is reporting from there. Akshay, what are you learning about the manner in which the JMM recorded a strong comeback? People that you've spoken to, what do they attribute this strong performance to?
Shubhendu, when it comes to what the JMM has to say in terms of their strong performance here, it was quite evident even through their canvassing and campaigning that they had a single point agenda that was perhaps one of the key focus of the JMM, and that was about the tribal identity. That was about about the chief minister, his family, the entire legacy of Soren family, that and their contribution rather that the JMM highlighted. So in terms of actual groundwork, there was not much to show, in the last 5 years when it comes to the infrastructure development and other things. And this was quite evident when we spoke to the people around. Ranchi is the capital of Jharkhand, but the traffic situation has become much worse in the city. Something that we have learned from many people, that even in the best colonies here in Ranchi, there is no water for months on, and they have to get water tankers, and that all has happened because of the city has the population of the city has exploded. The population of the city has gone multifold, and that is the reason why the basic infrastructure that was here in the city, this is in fact indeed a very beautiful city, but it was not quite ready for the kind of population explosion that has happened in the last 5 to 10 years. And to accommodate all of that, enough adaptation was not done at the political level when it comes to the infrastructure. So the party did not have much to show for. So the main rhetoric,
Right.
the main point of campaigning has been about the tribal identity, has been about the cases against the chief minister. So the JMM has been trying to get some sympathy regarding the entire fiasco that involved the JMM Supremo, the chief minister of the state,
Right.
himself going to jail and then coming out, and then alleging the central government as well at certain point. So it was quite evident that these were certain aspects. But now that the party has won, what we are getting to hear from the leaders is that they are claiming that the party won, and the people have voted for their party because
Much
of their
that
work
Hemant
that they
Soren
have done,
would
which
take
was
credit
not
for
quite
that
evident when
important
it
win
comes
there.
to the
Akshay,
campaigning and canvassing.
Yes, thank you, Akshay, for joining us with those inputs from Ranchi. Also, thank you, Shishir and Shama, for getting us those latest updates from Mumbai, Maharashtra. Ashok sir, we should talk about Jharkhand as well. Hemant Soren, in many ways, personified the opposition in the state, and he had a dramatic year. He was sent to jail, came back, took power again, and he made it about, to some extent, the allegations of corruption versus his own Adivasi pride, which is a very, very important section of the population in Jharkhand. How do you see the manner in which the battle played out in the eastern state?
See, Hemant Soren successfully played the victim card.
Yes.
And his wife was very actively campaigning when he was in jail. And secondly, you see, the person he put up as CM also sabotaged him, and he joined the
Champai
BJP.
Soren,
yeah.
yes.
So all these factors were very successfully exploited by Hemant Soren. Victim card, of course, in Indian politics, it plays a role. If you put somebody in jail, he gets sympathy. So Hemant Soren got sympathy for that. But nevertheless, the fact remains the alliance under the JMM was very strong, and they were the dominant partners. The number of seats which they left for Congress, Congress had to accept it, and therefore the junior partners in the JMM alliance, they were working together. And Congress was not unhappy with the less number of seats being given to them and all that. On the contrary, the NDA alliance was not very formidable. They don't have very prominent leader as a face, and they don't have any alliance partners also. The alliance partners which worked for them didn't succeed at all. So I think one can very simply easily say that Hemant Soren leadership in Jharkhand has come unscathed. All his allegations, people did not believe them. He is going to jail, created sympathy for him. So he very successfully played the victim card as well as the campaign of Hemant Soren and his wife particularly. I think they worked well. And
Right.
therefore, the result is before
And
us.
sir, for the Congress, is something to take home with the performance in Jharkhand. But overall, if they were to introspect, what are the areas they must be looking at? In Maharashtra, you said that they weren't allowed to play the leading alliance partner In Jharkhand, they had to settle with whatever they got.
Yes.
This doesn't sound like a leading party, but there's an important story coming in. At the moment, we'll have the details on the screen. And that's where it is. The big man, Eknath Shinde, has won the Kopri Pachpakari seat in Maharashtra. The incumbent chief minister has won the seat, representing the Shiv Sena, the bow and arrow, the original Shiv Sena symbol, stayed with him and his party. There's a big news coming in. Just a quick comments on Eknath Shinde, sir. What would be this election for him in this edition?
See, Eknath Shinde was picked up by BJP to split the Shiv Sena. And he was, popular leader, no doubt, a good worker also, but he was not the really leader of the Shiv Sena. But once he was picked up as chief minister's face and made the chief minister by BJP, no, he worked really very hard. Now, people say he works about 18 hours a day out of 24 hours.
That makes me want to ask you, are the BJP alliance now spoiled for choice, which may not always be a good thing for the chief minister's face?
No, it's not that easy, but one thing which I would like to share with you is, I think one of the understandings between the two when they entered into alliance to form the government was that the chief minister would not be permanent. It may be, shared. If it is Shinde this time, it could be Devendra Fadnavis next time. And if that formula works, so this time it is the turn of Devendra Fadnavis to become the chief minister and Shinde to take a back seat. If that formula, because this formula was earlier with the original Shiv Sena also. But this time, whether that formula, Shinde would stick to that and allow the BJP to get the chief ministership is yet to be seen. But I think it will be not an easy thing for the alliance to work out the formula, who will be the CM and who will be the deputy CM.
Right, and we're tracking the updates as they're coming in. Maharashtra, Eknath Shinde wins from the Kopri Pachpakari seat, and Ajit Pawar has won from the Baramati seat. Ajit Pawar, the leader of the new NCP, or the NCP Ajit Pawar faction as it is called. So there, both the leaders of the factions recording big wins alongside their respective parties.
Yes. Ajit Pawar on the other side is also proving that he did not commit any mistake by leaving.
I think Eknath Shinde is also speaking to the media. If you can just go across live, Eknath Shinde speaking to the media at the moment after the big win. His faction, the alliance, have scored a big win in Maharashtra. He's addressing the media, I'm told. Let's see if we can just go across live to him. But Ashok sir, please make your point. We'll go across live as the updates come in.
Yeah. No, because Ajit Pawar, battle was really who is the real Maratha leader.
Yes.
No, Ajit Pawar has proved that he is second to none as compared with his uncle. But future will tell where the NCP stands, whether they get united under Ajit Pawar or they remain separate. Similarly, Shiv Sena also. So I think both the parties will have to decide about the future. They can't have two factions permanently. So ultimately, who wins? I mean, who blinks first? This time, Eknath Shinde has proved that he is the real Shiv Sena.
Right, and let's also listen in what he had to say to the media after he spoke the big win. He himself personally has won. His party has also performed well.
आज मैं महाराष्ट्र के तमाम मतदाताओं को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूँ, उनका अभिनंदन करता हूँ, क्योंकि ये विक्ट्री जो है ये लैंडस्लाइड विक्ट्री है। ये मैंने कहा था कि महायुति को थम्पिंग मेजोरिटी मिलेगी, और इसीलिए मैं तमाम मतदाता जो है, मेरी लाडली बहनाओं को मैं धन्यवाद देता हूँ, लाडले किसानों को मैं धन्यवाद देता हूँ, और लाडले हमारे भाई हैं, लाडले सीनियर सिटीजन हैं, सभी वर्ग जो है, सभी वर्ग को मैं धन्यवाद देता हूँ।
Eknath Shinde, the man of the moment, securing a big win for himself and his party. Ashok sir, that final question on the kind of introspection that the Congress must do as a national party, playing a second fiddle in Jharkhand and not able to lead the alliance to a even respectable number in Maharashtra.
No, first of all, they lost Haryana, where everybody expected that the Congress is going to win.
So low-hanging fruit.
And that would have been a major comeback for the Congress. So having lost Haryana for whatever reason, they were slightly on the back foot in Maharashtra because, but nevertheless, they were the dominant party for the last 4-5 decades. Now, playing second fiddle to people like Sharad Pawar, who broke the Congress and split the Congress, formed NCP, and Uddhav Thackeray, who has never been a natural partner, natural alliance partner of the Congress. So, when Congress accepted Uddhav as an alliance partner, it was a big climb down for the Congress, which has always claimed to be a so-called secular party, going with Shiv Sena. Now, having made such sacrifices, at the end of the day, you do well in Lok Sabha. But when it comes to assembly elections, you are not allowed to play the senior partner role. And this is where the, I would say, the politics of Sharad Pawar. I think this could be one of the reasons why the alliance has been let down. Because Sharad Pawar has always been seen as a person who has been an opportunist. So, he was trying to gain maximum in ticket distribution at the cost of Uddhav as well as at the cost of the Congress. And the end result is Ajit Pawar has shown that he is the real NCP leader. So, I think Congress will have to think about it, that being a national party and a natural alternative to the BJP, whether they should be continue to play second fiddle or third fiddle role in states like Maharashtra.
Right.
Where they have ruled for most of the time since independence. So, I think they will have to think big as a party,
right,
rather than playing role like the kind of role they play in Bihar under Lalu Yadav party or under the NCP.
Right.
I think they will have to come out of that.
Right. If they were to challenge the BJP in the manner they intend to do.
If they want to challenge BJP, they will have to come out of these shadows and try to project itself as a real national opposition party.
Right. But for now, Ashok Tandon sir, thank you very much for joining us in the studio and sharing your perspective. But still to come on DD India News Hour. But before that, there's an important breaking update coming in. We are tracking the elections in Maharashtra and Jharkhand. Devendra Fadnavis there, he has won the Nagpur Southwest seat, former Chief Minister, incumbent Deputy Chief Minister, perhaps a man for the big job in the days ahead. Who knows? Devendra Fadnavis in Maharashtra, winning the Nagpur Southwest seat. The BJP, a stunning show by the BJP and alliance members in Maharashtra. That's the news coming in at the moment. Maharashtra, Devendra Fadnavis wins the Nagpur Southwest seat. BJP securing along with the alliance partner, over 2/3 lead in Maharashtra. And all the top three leaders, Ajit Pawar, Eknath Shinde and Devendra Fadnavis, winning their respective seats, even as their respective parties have put up a stunning show in these elections in Maharashtra. On the other side, Congress, Uddhav Thackeray, Shiv Sena and Sharad Pawar, NCP, have failed to put up a respectable number together. That's the news coming in from Maharashtra as we speak. It's still to come on DD India News Hour.